I'm pretty bullish, and you're seeing a lot of activity on, which I mentioned a little earlier, influencer channels like TikTok, right? And so there's a few reasons for that. One is, I think no matter what business you are, and if you're a startup or even a bigger business, the goal should be to try and, first of all, hopefully you know who your consumer is, and you've got a product, and you should have a pretty clear sense of, okay, who does that product add value for, and who's that target that we want to get in front of? So that's important. But then the next phase is, well, how do you get in front of them cheaper than other people, right? And like, what channel does that look like? What is, CPMs, which is cost per mil, how much does it cost to get in front of 1,000 people? You want to look for the channels that give you the cheapest and the lower CPMs versus your competition. And so oftentimes that can happen with an emerging channel, right? Because there's a bunch of what I call channel arbitrage. It's too early in the days of a channel to know what is best practice. There's still a lot of kind of testing, and some things are going to work, some things aren't. Who are the best influencers in this new channel? We don't know. It's only been around for 6 or 12 months. So I'm bullish on channels like TikTok that are new and emerging. The other component that I find very interesting around these kind of influencer-driven channels, especially for categories like fintech, is they allow you to provide a little bit more context. It's kind of a trusted source of information, if you will. Policy Genius, we did really well with host-read podcast spots because, the listeners of the podcast obviously like the host and would often respect their opinion on different areas. And if they could give them a bit more information as to kind of what the product was, how you use it, what the benefit is, there's a little more real estate for you to explain what you do. And I think as a disruptor, as a startup, as a scale up, not everybody knows your brand, right? So you can't just like throw a kind of quirky image and put your logo like Coke can and great, everyone's like, yeah, I love Coke, let's go buy a Coke. You got to have a little bit more real estate to explain yourself. In an influencer channel like TikTok, like Instagram, like YouTube, you've got a little bit more time for the influencer to explain the product, and hopefully to an audience that is open to hearing advice from them.